The cranes are fleeing, only the eagles remain. Unleash the beast on the prowl. Everyone's fighting for the survival in the project. New faces, new strategies. Witness the forces of nature clashing in the cage of nerve-wracking MMA tournament. Eagles elimination, right here, right now. Be the first to be the best. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank our sponsors of this evening. We'd like to give a special thanks to the real estate company Cottage Residence, auto dealer Inter Auto. We express our gratitude to the luxury wash soap, Basil. Thank you people, energy drink, Tel.com, Darwin Electronics Store, Narinji Coffee Shop, Translight Insurance Company, Chikver Serele, the drinking water Borsec, the betting company Party Match, and a special thank to all your long-term media partner, Canal 3. Thank you for all your support. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's start this tournament. But first, let's present the referee of this evening. Referee in the cage, Bogatilov Dennis. Second referee, Petroglo Alexander. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing the undercard of the Eagles elimination. Introducing first, in the blue corner, he's coming from Moldova. Give it up for Nicolae Hunter.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Eagles Fighting Championship here in Chisinau, Moldova, and the National Circus of Moldova. It's a very unique atmosphere. I absolutely love it. It's so intimate and so passionate here, and we are getting ready for our first undercard bout of the evening. This one, a bantamweight contest, and there are a lot of bantamweight contests on the card here tonight. It is the most competitive division here in Eagles, so competitive in fact that you had to have two uniquely distinct championships. You've got the absolute championship, which is the primary title, and then you've got a secondary title, which they simply call the interim bantamweight championship. So very competitive division, and you're gonna have to really win very clearly and get your hand raised to move up the rankings in this division.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to call his opponent to the red corner. He's coming from Moldova. Please welcome to Vasile Mirza.
His opponent, Vasile Mirza, 0-2, and not the ideal way, I would think, to start your career. Certainly the 22-year-old did not envision his career going in this direction when he first started as a pro in MMA. Nonetheless, you can tell by the look on his face that he is ready to change that right here and right now. Stands 161 centimeters tall. That is 11 centimeters shorter than his opponent. So there's a very obvious height differential between these two. You're going to see that right away when they step into the cage against each other. Mirza has a combat sambo background, as do a lot of the fighters here in Eastern Europe. And we have seen him once before in Eagles Fighting Championship. Obviously, it was a loss. That one took place at EFC 10 1 year ago.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the blue corner, age 19, weighing 62 kilograms, height 1.72 meters. This is debut in mixed martial arts. He's fighting for Thai Boxing Club from Moldova. Bring it up for Nicolae Hunter. Presenting the red corner, age 22, weighing 62 kilograms, height 1.61 meters, having a personal record of 2 fights and 2 losses. He's fighting for Combat Sambo Ungen from Moldova. Bring it up for Vasile Mirza. This is a bantamweight bout under 62 kilogram, 5-minute 3-round MMA rules. Referee in the ring, Denis Pokatilov.
Back to your corner. Judge, judge, judge. Are you ready? Are you ready? Fight!
Touch of gloves, and we are underway here. Our opening contest at EFC Elimination. Two youngsters, 19 and 22 years old. That is the fighter with the blue tape around his gloves, Nikolai Hantea of Moldova, lifts his opponent clear up in the air, has got him up on the shoulder. There's only one way to go, and that is straight down. But you can see that Mirza has a good grip on his opponent, not letting him, they snuck a couple of right hands there around the corner as well. But once again, Hantea lifting him up, carry him like a sack of potatoes up on his shoulder, and down they go again once to the canvas. He's got his head kind of trapped under the right arm in a very awkward position here. Driving for the takedown, trying to keep his man on the ground. But you can see that Mirza would prefer to get things back up to his feet. The problem is every time he gets backed up there, he gets taken down once again. This is EFC Elimination. It's a very unique night here tonight because we're in a position here in Eagles Fighting Championship where a lot of the divisions have been absolutely cleaned out by certain fighters who are just beating everybody. We have some fighters which are on such a winning streak that we're almost in a desperate need here to find new talent and to find new stars here in EFC. Look at this situation though. I can't see from this angle, but he may have him here. Look at the left arm. It's trapped underneath there, and it's in an awkward angle now. He's trying to secure some kind of a submission here. I can't see what he's doing with that left arm there, but he could be working on an arm bar. And if not, he may try to sneak in the position for a triangle as well. He's still got too much of his torso on there to apply the triangle. But he's working on the arm as well. He's got look how he's sneaking the arm underneath the leg, trying to move in the position. Oh, now he's trying to tighten it up. This is not good for Hantea. He's the one who wanted this thing on the ground, and now he's kind of regretting it here. He's got to be very, very careful here. He's trying to work his way out of it. He's got to watch out for the arm bar still. Now he looks like he's out of harm's way as far as the submissions are concerned. Still holding on to that arm though. Oh boy. Almost had it stretched out there for a moment. Mirza very close to securing that arm bar momentarily. Big right hand though goes in. That's what he wanted. That's what he wanted. He wanted to get his man on the ground here and do some damage with his hands. Hantea, the man on top, making his professional debut here tonight, represents the Thai Boxing Club. He's got a serious height advantage, but it has not been able to take advantage of that just yet, given what we've seen so far. Crowd still trickling in through the door here as we speak. Just kicking things off here at EFC Elimination. Ooh, and that was a right hand. Having trouble finding the mark cleanly as they continue to do battle here right up against the cage. Left hands trying to find a home, and he's really got his opponent stacked up here, but again, he's leaving his arm vulnerable. Mirza working on the arm. He's trying to flatten himself out here and pull open that arm. He cannot do it once again. Hantea has dodged a bullet. Coming up on 30 seconds left now. Oh, Hammer fist going down cleanly in the face there. Oh, and more shots. Completely undefended now. Stacking his man up, looking for right hands. Hitting him under the armpit in the awkward place in the rib cage. That has got to be a very uncomfortable place to be right now. He knows that he can still work for the arm though, so he's allowing it. And now Hantea ends up in side control to end the first round. Well, let's go have a look at what happened in round number 1. You can see the slams. That's what started this whole thing. And then after he slammed them there, that's where the action stayed for the whole of round 1. For, I would say, for a good 4.5 minutes. That's exactly where all the action stayed, right there in that one specific spot, with Hantea on top, Mirza on the bottom. Hantea looking for ground and pound, and Mirza looking for submission. So what'll happen when these two guys get stood back up? Both guys got to be exhausted after a grueling opening round. Underway here in round 2, 5 minutes on the clock at EFC Elimination. And maybe now we'll see what these guys can do when they stand and trade on their feet. We didn't see any of that. I don't know if we saw a single punch thrown from a standing position in that first round. They were so quick to take things down to the canvas. This is where Hantea really does have the advantage. Head kick though, goes over the top. Tried to suplex him backwards, but Hantea able to adjust his body weight and keep things vertically. Up against the cage now, a knee goes in from Mirza. Ooh, nice one. He landed on top that time, did Hantea. And a debutant from here in Kishino. Looking for left hands. And again, this is right where we're picking up, right where we left off for the majority of round number 1. These two up against the base of the cage, and Hantea looking to get into position for ground and pound. In Mirza, watching the situation carefully, looking for submissions, now controlling the head. He's not going to get a submission from this position, but he will control the head, not the body though, as Hantea in a pretty good position here to land shots. And as a result, Mirza forced to scramble here, almost giving up his back. Trying to block those left hands of Hantea with his right arm. Ooh, left hand snuck right through that time. Hit him on the bridge of the nose. That one perhaps in the ear. That'll make you discombobulated like that. You get a shot in the ear, it can certainly do a number on your equilibrium. Another shot went into the ear that time. Oh, and a third one. Look at him pounding away now on the left ear. Ooh, that one got through. You could see the grimace on the face of Vasil Mazira. This is the spot that Hantea has been working for here. Let's see if he can put him away. He's a bigger man, and he is absolutely hammering now Vasil Mirza. Mirza doing his best to get his arms up and defend those shots, but they are finding a way through. You can see the face now turning beet red. He's gasping for air here. And now it's like Hantea's turn. to look for the arm. He's got his arm completely twisted around his back right now. And he's looking for the rear naked choke. Lost the position temporarily. Mirza should be able to get out of this thing here, or is he? Oh, he really cranked that thing in at the end, and Mirza went limp. Oh my. I didn't think that he was in that advantageous of a position to sink in that rear naked choke, but he made it work. Somehow he made it work, and he just kept cranking on the head, and he was able to get that position that he wanted, and he got the submission. Let's take another look at it here. He's kind of at a side position. That's the very end of it there. He just forced him. That was just brute strength and power and positioning from Hantea to just pull him forward so that he could get him in position for the choke.
The winner is by submission in the second round for the blue corner. Give it up for Nikolai Hantea.
Well, persistence paid off. Hantea had a very clear game plan coming in here, and he was able to execute it. Simply put, get his man down to the ground, get on top, and ground and pound. And when that is your game plan, opportunities for a rear naked choke certainly present themselves eventually. We'll be right back with another bantamweight contest in just a moment.
Give it up for Octavian Tirsina.
Thank you for watching at home at FIAfights.tv. We are also on the internet. It is eaglesfc.org and Eagles Fighting Championship online on Facebook and on Instagram here as we get ready for our next bantamweight contest at 62 kilos. Octavian Tirsina of Moldova, set to take on Ion Tabruțenu, also of Moldova. Now, so far, all the fighters on the card have been from Moldova, but that is going to change as we get on later in the card. The elimination is probably the event from Eagles FC which has had the most foreigners on the fight card, at least that I've ever seen. Here's 21-year-old Octavian Tirsina making his pro debut here tonight. Got a strong combat sambo background in his own right.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to call his opponent to the red corner. He's coming from Moldova. Please give it up for Ion Tabruțenu.
Ion Tabruțenu, 1-0. So far, so good. Represents the Barbarossa gym. Certainly, if you follow EFC, you are familiar with the Barbarossa family. They've had a lot of fights here in EFC, including his coach, Sergei Barbarossa. Tabuchenu is 21 years old and looking to, well, there is Barbarossa right there with the beard. Longtime fighter here in EFC. Wonder when he'll be stepping back into the cage. But right now he'll be cornering his man, looking to extend that winning streak to 2-0. Lovely FIA girls, Angie on the left and Lilia on the right, doing their thing.
Age of 21, weighing 77 kilogram, height 1.77 meters. This is debut in mixed martial arts. He's fighting for Combat Sambo Ungain. Ladies and gentlemen, from Moldova, bring it up for Octavian Tirsina. Presenting the red corner, age of 21, weighing 77 kilogram, height 1.79 meters. Having a personal record of 1 fight and 1 win. He's fighting for Barbarossa. Ladies and gentlemen, from Moldova, bring it up for Ion Tabuchenu. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a welterweight bout under 77 kilogram, a 5-minute 3-round MMA rules. Referee in the ring, Denis Pokatilov.
Fighters, come to the center. You are professional, you know rules. Protect yourself and listen to my comments. If you want, shake your hands. Back to your corner. Are you ready? Are you ready? Fight!
Round 1.
And here we go, round 1 underway here. This one also in the bantamweight division. I told you it was competitive, didn't I? And there's going to be a lot more where that came from. Big overhand right that time. Lands with authority, and look at it, just slams him right down to the canvas. Very aggressive start here from the man on the top here, Ion Tabuchenu. Right in the side control, you can see that Tirushina has his right arm overhooked, preventing that left hand from doing any further damage. As soon as he can get that sucker free, I'm sure he's going to be trying to wail away. And Tirushina, for the moment, trying to keep him close, trying to keep him under control until he can figure out a game plan to either try to look for a submission, try to get him off of him, or change this situation. Trying to sneak that right leg over, trying to get into full mount, but that created the opportunity for Tirushina to get right back up to his feet now. Now there's a little bit of separation here between these two. There's that overhand right again, and he uses those punches to close the distance, and he gets his man up against the cage here, putting on a lot of pressure, and Tirushina looks distraught from this position. Down he goes, just kind of drug his man right down to the canvas. And Tirushina got a death grip on that head with the left arm. That's not going to do him too many favors, but boy, is he really squeezing that thing. Holy cow. And he does have his right arm around the other side here, and he is trying to rip that head clean off of the torso. Boy, that'll stretch out your cervical vertebrae, that's for sure. Look how he's got his hands clasped underneath here. But he's got his eyes right on the hands of Tirushina, and he's trying to pry open the hands. Look at the way he's torquing on the neck. Oh, my. Stretching out the neck. He may be a few centimeters taller by the end of the night. Right hand's going in. And he's got full mount now. That is not good for Tirushina, and he's gotten rid of that grip, turns the back, but they scramble now. Boy, this fight is all over the place. Oh! And now, Terushina really letting loose with some right hands, trying to get a little back. Trying to get back up. He almost got clobbered on the way up. Body kick goes in now. And another one. Narrowly misses with two wicked right hands, but they did not connect. And back up against the cage, a very action-packed first round. And there's still about 1:40 left on the clock. Oh, a hard knee went in right on the belt line. Right hand, I'll tell you, with this kind of an atmosphere, with the fans so close to the cage, you can almost feel the fans breathing on you there so close. And I don't know that I've ever had a position actually this close to the cage before either. I can hold out my right hand without stretching at all and actually touch the fence. The building we're in right now is called, to the best I could possibly get a translation, the National Circus of Moldova. And we're actually in a circular room here, and there's only about 6 or 7 rows deep of seats. It's a very intimate arena. It almost has the feel inside this place that you're in the Ultimate Fighter in that kind of an arena. It's very intimate. This place can hold about 300 or 400 fans, but they're all right on top of each other and right on top of the cage here. And it's fights like this that almost bring it right into their laps. Pressing his man up against the cage here. Look how he's raising his left arm. Ooh, right hand found a way in. Turns him nicely. Still fighting for position here. Time running out. End of round 1. Oh my! Well, this fight was all over the place. Look at how Ion Tabrucanu uses those long-range weapons, that big overhand right, and then he immediately closes the distance on his opponent. He's using long-range weapons like body kicks and big overhand rights, and then he immediately closes in on his opponent, gets him down to the ground, and then tries to do some damage. He was successful in that, but then for the second half of the round, these two guys spent brawling all over the cage. Round 2 coming up. Round 2 underway now. Boy, and there is a raucous feeling in this arena right now. Both men look to be calmed down a little bit. Towards the when things really got heated up in that first round, tempers were flaring, and I think, and the energy levels were at an all-time high between these two. But now they've had a moment to digest what happened, and they look more calm. They look more composed now. They've got that much-needed advice from their cornermen. And perhaps they both feel more confident in there. Especially, to me, it just seemed like Octavia and Terushina in that first round did look a little bit confused, a little bit befuddled at times. And he gets dragged back down to the canvas now by Ion Tabrucanu. Postures up, looking for rights and lefts, but Terushina gets those feet up. That's his defense shield right now. Tries to throw the legs out of the way and perhaps slide in the side control. Ooh, there's that right hand. That has got to be his best weapon. We've seen it before. Was looking for an armbar but could not execute it fully. And now Tabarcenu finds himself on top from the side. You can bet for sure he's going to look to sneak that right leg over again, secure full mount, and then look for those powerful punches. In the meantime, he's just going to put his forearm right across the face and the throat of Tirosina. He has wiggle room there, and he almost got out. Look at the brute force now being used by Tabarcenu to put his man on his back, but he's a slippery character, isn't he? Tirosina, very, very slippery character. Rights and lefts coming in, hammer fist being thrown down. Boy, that's smarts. When you get hit with the side of the hand like that, you're getting hit with that knuckle and then that bone on the side of your hand. Look at this now, almost into a north-south position, rolls out. Somebody's mouth guard fell out. Gonna slide that back in the position as well. Still 1:50 left to work with here in round number 2. This one in the bantamweight division, as I said, very competitive division here. I cannot state that enough. It's so competitive, we had to divide it into 2 separate championships. Good God, what an uppercut that was! Oh my! What a beautiful shot! Right up the middle, and it was enough to end the contest. Good Lord! Well, let's take another look at that uppercut. Oh my! What a blast! He just, watch this. Here it comes. Bam! Oh my! Yeah, there was no need to take any further damage there. Good stoppage by the referee. You can see his head snap back. He just knocked that kid into next week. Here it comes. Ooh. The hands, big time hands of Ion Tabarcenu finally got the better of Octavian Tirosina in this bout. A big knockout victory in round 2 for Tabarcenu.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the next fight of the evening will be under 57 kilogram. Introducing first in the blue corner. He's coming from Azerbaijan. Bring it up for Gia Kakite.
This one at flyweight and 57 kilos. Gia Kakidze of Azerbaijan. A lot of fighters on the card here tonight from Azerbaijan. And this is what I was talking about at the outset of the show, the even matchmaking that we're going to see here in the prelims. The first part of the Eagles FC elimination here tonight. This one almost right down the middle. Age, only 1 year in difference. Height, only 1 centimeter in difference. And experience, almost exactly the same as well. Gia Kakidze making his Eagles Fighting Championship debut, representing Baku in his home country of Azerbaijan.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to call his opponent to the red corner. He's coming from Moldova. Please welcome to Lilian Grosu.
A familiar face to Eagles Fighting Championship fans, Lilian Grosu. 1-5 is his record coming in here, so he's been given chance after chance after chance here in EFC and has really not been able to take advantage of it recently. He had 2 back-to-back losses against Oleg Bruma at EFC 10 and 11, and he's lost his last 4 fights. So you never know. This could be it. This could be the last chance here in EFC for Lilian Grosu. He needs to come out of this fight with a win come hell or high water.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the blue corner, age at 25, weighing 57 kilogram, height 1.72 meters, having a personal record of 4 fights, 1 win, and 3 losses. He's fighting for Olympia. Ladies and gentlemen, from Azerbaijan, bring it up for Gia Kakidze. Presenting the red corner, age at 24, weighing 57 kilogram, height 1.73 meters, having a personal record of 6 fights, 1 win, and 5 losses. He's fighting for Thai Boxing Club. From Moldova, bring it up for Lilian Grosu. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a flyweight bout under 57 kilogram, 5-minute 3-round MMA rules. A referee in the ring, Denis Pokatilov.
You're professionals who know rules. Protect yourself and listen to my comments. If you want, shake your hands. Back to your corner. Are you ready? Are you ready? Fight!
Touch of gloves, and we are underway here. Gia Kakidze of Azerbaijan. Ooh, with a hard low kick, a stinging shot there to the inside of the thigh. And Lilian Grosu of Moldova. Look at Kakidze like a laser beam focusing in on his opponent, cutting down the cage. And you can see that Grosu, as he's circling, almost circling with his back completely stuck against the cage right there. I'll tell you what, Kakidze going right after his man. Oh my! Blasting shot with the left hand that time by Kakidze, and you can see that Grosu hanging on to the left arm of the Azerbaijani fighter as he sprawls out here, hooks his arms underneath Grosu. I think this is a smart move by Grosu. He may want to keep this thing on the floor here because Kakidze has got some heavy shots. Here he comes again. Look at the stance of Kakidze. Oh, he tagged him on the chin that time. Grosu's got some very unorthodox movement in there as well. Look at the way he's shucking and jiving with his shoulders. But that doesn't seem to throw Kakidze off at all. Wow. comes after him again. Oh my, and the left hand, that one's gotta end it. Left after left. How much more can he get to see before this thing gets stopped? Good Lord. Hammered him with about 87 punches to the head before the referee actually stepped in. He may have dislocated his jaw. I think the referee underestimated just how much damage that big shot did. Hello. Oh my. Take another look, folks. That was a wicked left hand. Not that one, although that one was pretty good as well, but the one that finally finished him off, oh my. Yep. You counting how many left hands? Yeah, I wish I had one of those little clickers that the referees have here at ringside. You're gonna have to put it in slow motion to be able to count exactly how many lefts went in it. There's the big one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Oh my, he almost got 20 shots in there in rapid succession. Very impressive striking here from Kakidze.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner is by a technical knockout with a ground and pound in the first round. Bring it up from Azerbaijan to Kakidze.
What a fantastic display of striking credentials from Kakidze of Azerbaijan, successful in his Eagles Fighting Championship debut.
Bună seara, Chișinău! Mulțumesc mult la toți care m-au susținut. Aia este sportul. Cred că trebuie încă de muncit mult. A să facem o pauză. Cred și a să muncim mai mult pe iubitele. Mulțumesc mult de promovare domnului Dorin Damir, clubului, Thai Boxing Club, domnul Pietru, antrenorilor mei, domnul Vladislav, domnul Strichi. Și în seara asta deosebit vreau să mulțumesc la o persoană care a fost cu mine tot timpul cât am făcut slăbire. Și vreau ca ea să vină astăzi aici. Lumniți! Îți mulțumesc foarte mult că ești cu mine mereu, că m-ai trpit atâta timp și vreau să spun că te iubesc foarte mult. Vrei să fii soția mea?
I love it. I think that's a yes. All right. Well, he may have lost the fight, but I think he won something even more important. Hey, congratulations to these two.
Congratulations to Lilian Russell. What a wonderful evening. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for the next fight of the evening will be under 61 kilogram. Introducing first, is coming from Ukraine. Give it up for Andrei Tichenko.
Machiavellian is Illuminati all through your body. The blows like a 12-gauge shot.
Well, how do you outdo that? How do you how do you get any better than that? How do you follow that? Some guy proposing to his girlfriend. And now we move back to the bantamweight division here for this fight. Andrei Tichenko of Ukraine, undefeated in his young, blossoming career at 1-0. He is from Odessa, Ukraine, where the last FIA event took place. FIA Kickboxing debuted in Odessa in September. And now the 22-year-old, who is also making his EFC debut here tonight, will show us what he's made of. That is Stanislav Runita in the front row.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce his opponent to the red corner. He's coming from Moldova. Please give it up for Eugen Sarov.
Eugen Sarov of Moldova, 20 years old, making his debut here tonight. And as I understand, has a very accomplished amateur background and now steps in to the professional arena for the first time. Represents one of the most successful and decorated clubs here in EFC. There you can see the heavyweight champion behind him, Alexander Romanov, carrying the flag. And well, when the Lion team comes to the cage, they always come in force. There's a lot of people there. They're clogging up the whole entrance area there. There's so many of them here. They really support each other. They support their teammates and their fellow fighters really a lot.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the blue corner. Age at 22, weighing 61 kilogram, height 1.69 meters, having a personal record of 1 fight, 1 win. He's fighting for Odessa MMA team. Ladies and gentlemen, from Ukraine, bring it up for Andrei Tichenko. Presenting the red corner, age at 20, weighing 61 kilogram, height 1.67 meters. This is debuted in mixed martial arts. He's fighting for Lion Comrade from Moldova. Bring it up to Eugen Sarov. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a bantamweight under 61.2 kilogram, 5-minute, 3-round MMA rules. Referee in the ring, Denis Pokatilov.
You are professionals to know rules. Protect yourself and listen to my comments. If you won't, touch your hands. Back to your comments. Are you ready? Are you ready? Fight!
Round 1 underway here. Ukraine versus Moldova in this contest. The Moldovan with the red tape around his gloves, closing the distance very quickly from a southpaw stance. There's that overhand left. Shooting in for the takedown. Takes him all the way across the cage here. Let's see if he can complete this thing or not. Picks him up and dumps his man on the canvas. Trying to move right into full mount there, but Sarov scrambles back up to his feet. Ooh, boy, he may have that thing in. He may have that. He's hanging there, suspended in the air on his opponent. See how long he can stay in this position here. Sometimes you're able to wiggle free from that position, sometimes not. He has freed himself and now has turned the tables on his opponent. This was the position that Tishchenko was looking for, but now it's Sarov who's on top. Look how he's got the left arm and the right arm over the top there, preventing Sarov from using any strikes and perhaps setting him up for some kind of a submission hold. Sarov now stacks him up, sends a knee inside there. That'll make him reevaluate his position. Sometimes right when you think you've got your man all tied up, you get a knee like that. Sometimes involuntary actions occur which allow you to release a hold here. He's got to be weary of the arm. That's a very dangerous thing to do. Now, I have seen people knocked out cold before by being slammed like that. Uh-oh. Trying to pull the arm free here. And once again, Sarov trying to lift him up from that position and spike him on his head. But, oh my! He may have that arm. He just needs to pull it a little bit more here. Well, he's got it in a good position now, but he almost had that thing completely hyperextended. He's still working on the arm. Sarov has to be very, very careful here from this position. You're walking a razor's edge when you're trying to pick somebody up like that, and they've got your arm. Holy cow, did you see that elbow go in? When your head has nowhere to go and it's trapped against the mat, he's still working on the arm here. Sarov trying to get his arm out, trying to get it free, trying to use strikes and trying to slam him on the back of his head to try to free that grip on his arm. But it's like I said, it's like walking a razor's edge. If it's going to go one way or the other, and sometimes it ends very badly for your elbow. There's that elbow again. Well, that time it worked out very good for his elbow as he was able to smash his opponent with it right between the eyes. Keeps looking for that arm. Boy, he is persistent, isn't he? Trying to pull it out now. Now he's got a different position to try to pull out that arm in. Oh, now he's back on top. He's got his arm free here. Now let's see if he can do some damage with those punches. That's what he was working for. He's very slick with those elbow shots and those punches, those forearms. Oh my, big right hand goes in. He sits back looking for a heel hook. Oh my, look at the torque he's got on that ankle. He's just got to get it. He doesn't really have the position on it. Oh, it's very, very close. Trying to roll through it. Oh, now he's just rubbing his foot in his face. That's insult to injury there. Trying to free his leg. He doesn't have it yet. Just can't quite get the angle right. Oh, the right hand, an unprotected shot. He cannot free his leg. Oh, now he does. Scrambling now. Boy, he really dodged a couple of bullets there. This kid is like Houdini, the way he's able to get out of those arm bars and those heel hooks. Looking to pin his man down to the canvas and unleash some fury. There's a lot of arms and legs to get through, though. This kid's like an octopus with tentacles everywhere, trying to defend himself. Closing seconds. Wow, what an action-packed round that was. Take a look at these highlights from round number one. There was a lot of action in round number one. These guys were all over the place. There was a lot of attempts at arm bars, none of which were successful, but they certainly had the potential to be. Came pretty close to a heel hook on a couple of different occasions. And in the meantime, Sadov landing some big-time bombs to a grounded Tischenko. Yeah, round 2 coming up here. But we're going to find out real quick here what these guys are made of, because that was an exhausting round of action in round number 1. Here we go. Pawing out with that right jab is Eugen Sadov. And again, 2 young guys. This is what that Eagles elimination is all about, especially the first part here, the prelims. Tischenko 1-0. Sadov making his debut. Body kicks going in from the Ukrainian. You can see he's just slightly taller and got a longer legs, it looks like, than his Moldovan opponent. Overhand left, he grabs a leg here. Let's see if he can finish it. Yes, able to get his man down to the canvas. Right here in front of my broadcast position. I can't even actually see them because my monitor's blocking the views. I'll have to watch the monitor here. Sadov trying to get past the legs of the Ukrainian and works his way right into side control. Looking for left hands, but Tischenko was fortunate enough to be able to get his arms inside, which will help with defense. Oh boy, you could feel that right hand go in. Trying to push that head back, get it in the striking control. It was able to hit him with a forearm though. Doing a good job of keeping his head close to the chest. Oh my, he got a good shot in that time. Slipping out the back door though. He's got a body lock on him with his legs there, and now he relinquishes it. This kid has got some wicked elbows. Eugen Sadov's he's able to generate incredible power with those elbows. And they're so much more effective than a fist, especially from that short range like that. And again, with your opponent's head trapped with nowhere to go against the bottom of the cage, and there they go. Big shots going in. Oh my, big left was able to find its way through, and a right. Those are powerful shots. They're literally about 10 centimeters right away from me. It hurts me, I'm so close here, feeling that action going in. You can see how uncomfortable Tischenko is in this position. He's all stacked up with nowhere to go, but he is trying to sink that triangle in. Oh boy, he's got that thing in pretty tight. He's working for it. It's not, he's got it almost like a head scissors right across his head. Oh man, that thing is very, very tight. But it looks like Sadov has his arm in a good way. His elbow is right on the pelvis of Tischenko, which is giving him a little bit of breathing room. Those left hands, though, might change his outlook on things. When you've got your head exposed like that, you're just ripe for the pickings. Oh, man, those are vicious lefts. He's got his hands up now, blocking him. Well, the Ukrainian now has got those legs wrapped right around the head and the throat. You can see that he's turning purple and pink. Oh, boy, this is not good. He's working on the arm now. Oh, and he's lost the triangle, but he's working for the arm bar. Oh, just pull it. Oh, he's turning his arm to the inside. Good defensive strategy there. And now he's going back to the triangle. He may have slipped out, but he's left the arm vulnerable. Whoa, my! What a comeback! Sato able to get out of harm's way. And now he wants to punish his opponent. Now he wants to make him pay. He was able to survive those submission attempts. And, well, he may be in another one right now. He's got the triangle on the opposite side now. His head is exposed once again. Final seconds here, and there's the horn. Woo! That was close. That's about as close as you can get. I'll tell you what. Tischenko on so many occasions, in round one and again in round number two, just came this close to securing a submission victory. But as they say, close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades, and not in MMA. Not able to finish this thing, and it was unbelievable how Sato, after he escaped those submission attempts, still had enough intestinal fortitude left to be able to unleash some serious strikes in return. There's a look from the rearview mirror that time. Round three coming up for the first time tonight. Third and final round now. Straight right hand right down the middle that time by Andrei Tischenko. Oh, he comes in with an elbow of his own that time. Firing back now is Sato. Nice body kick that time. I love the stand-up here of Andrei Tischenko. Oh, he brought it up to the chin, and that shin bone went right across the jawline of Eugen Sato. Kind of a warning shot that time with the kick. Sato closing in. Ooh, popped him with a right jab. Well, the atmosphere here in the National Circus of Moldova, this very small, intimate arena, I think the fans have a big influence here, because when the fans react to the action, you can hear everything that any fan is saying, loud and clear. Nice shots there by Sato, but he left his left leg there. His left leg is caught up. Looking for an Achilles lock here. Oh boy, he's pulling back on it. He's pulling back on that leg. He doesn't have it all the way. You can see that the foot is not fully in control here. Or is it? See if he can adjust. And now Sato almost rolling completely over to the other side. Still got the left leg to contend with, though. Now he's able to get into a guard position here, almost. Still got the knee. Look how he's putting the knee right across his throat now. Oh, that is a punishing place to be. And now he's finally snuck on top here. Uh-oh. Here come the elbows again. Here they come. Ooh, the right hand snuck its way through. You can see there's not as much pepper, though, on those punches as there was in the first two rounds. He's still delivering the elbows, though, with a tremendous amount of force. Well, at this point, Tischenko, you can see, is disheveled. He's completely exhausted here, and he doesn't seem to have the will to survive. Oh, he crushed him! He crushed him with an elbow! Look at those shots, just brutalizing the Ukrainian. Trying to pull that head back so he can get a clean shot. Chiseling little shots with the elbow. Short one that time. Those are the kind of shots that'll open you wide open. Good defense that time, getting the forearms up. He's still looking for submission attempts, so you can see he's still cognizant. Oh, or is he? Unprotected shots going in from Sarov. He's still looking for submissions. The wheels are still turning in his mind somehow. It's the fighter's instinct. May have bought himself some time with that maneuver. A minute and about 20 left in round number 3. Well, I'll tell you what, Tischenko has taken some serious punishment here in round number 3. Sarov was just unloading with the heavier artillery. The fact that Tischenko is still able to defend himself and still able to look for submissions is very impressive. Inside a minute now. Right hands. You can see the action starting to come to a lull here as these two using up what's left in their gas tank. 30 seconds remaining. Right hand goes in from Sarov. Looking for those fists, looking for the forearms. Oh, he got him with a left. Forcing his man to the ground. Looking for a few more shots. Oh, wow, and a big left right on the horn to finish it off. What an impressive round from Sarov. Let's go back and take a look at highlights from round number 3. There were a couple of more submission attempts from Tischenko, but for the majority of the round, Evgen Sarov was just sitting on top of Tischenko and just dismantling him, trying to remove the flesh from the face of Andrei Tischenko, and he landed some vicious shots. Let's send it up to Mike Diamonds for the official word.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner is by a split decision in favor for the red corner, Evgen Sarov.
It was close. It was a split decision, but in the end, Evgen Sarov got the victory after a huge third round. If you're watching right now and have access to the internet, use hashtag Eagles Eliminations. We take a look at the tail of the tape for our next contest.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next fight of the evening will be under 73-kilogram bout. Introducing first, he's coming from Ukraine. Bring it up for Andrei Podnebesny.
"26-year-old Andrei Podnebesny of Ukraine, 1-10 as a professional. Has lost his last 9 fights and has not won since July of 2014. So honestly, there's no other way to paint this picture. That there's not a whole lot to be proud of here for Andrei Podnebesny. He has not had his hand raised since 2014. However, he's starting a new chapter now here. Is his debut here in EFC, so it's a new opportunity, it's a new chance. Can this guy turn over a new leaf here and pull his career together here and get a victory? Looks to be in good shape, certainly has the experience. Maybe he's just had some bad luck, who knows?
Now, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to call his opponent to the red corner. He's coming from Ukraine. Bring it up for Oleg Panchenko.
Well, at the weigh-ins yesterday, you could see that there was a noticeable height advantage for this man, Oleg Panchenko, also from Ukraine. He's 172 centimeters tall. His opponent, who's in the cage right now, 168. So 4 centimeters in favor of Panchenko. And as I said, it really did show at the weigh-ins yesterday. These two about the same age, but Panchenko 1-1. And Podnebesny 1-10. So there's certainly a serious experience advantage in favor of Podnebesny, but not a very good record.
Stepping the cage, Oleg Panchenko. And now, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the blue corner. Age at 26, weighing 72 kilogram, height 1.16 meters, having a professional fight of 11 fights, 1 win and 10 losses. He's fighting for Volkadov. From Ukraine, bring it up for Andrei Podnebesny. Presenting the red corner, age at 25, weighing 70 kilogram, height 1.72 meters, having a professional record of 2 fights, 1 win, 1 loss. He's fighting for Grizzly Team. From Ukraine, give it up for Oleg Panchenko. This is a welterweight bout under 73 kilogram, 5-minute 3-round MMA rules. Referee in the ring, Alexander Pekoglu.
Mike Diamond's making his way out of the EFC cage, and we will get things underway here in this welterweight contest at 73 kilos. Traditionally welterweight at 77, but this one at 73. Oh, Lord, look at that kick. You can see that Podnebesny does have some kind of support on his right knee. But certainly didn't have any trouble uncorking that spin kick. Now finds himself all tied up here. Oh, is that it? Boy, you can see how red his face was. That completely shocked me. Well, the losing streak continues as impressive as that kick was, he lost lickety-split once again. Take another look at it. Boy, he really had that thing in. Just patiently looking for a way to kind of get the finishing touches on that guillotine. You see, here's a better look at it here from this angle. You can see it. Yeah, it's right across there. Oh, yeah. Look at the neck being torqued. And you could see how red his face was when he came up for air finally. Well, he really had that thing sunk in. Well, the losing streak continues here for Andrei Podniebesny. That is now 10 losses in a row. And certainly the streak has not been broken, although his neck almost was.
The winner is by a submission with a front choke. For the red corner, give it up for Ukraine, Oleg Panchenko.
This one comes to a premature ending in round number 1 by guillotine choke for Oleg Panchenko, making his EFC debut. We'll have to keep this kid on the radar in the welterweight division.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next fight of the evening would be a lightweight bout under 70.3 kilogram. Introducing first in the cage, he's coming from Ukraine. Bring it up for Dmitry Solopov.
Here we go, folks. Lightweight division action here, and 2 undefeated fighters about to step inside the Eagles Fighting Championship cage at EFC Elimination. Up first, Dmitry Solopov of Ukraine, 25 years old, from the capital of Kiev. Tonight he makes his EFC debut. He is 6 years older than his opponent and 1 centimeter shorter. And I'll tell you what, this guy's a real character too. He looked like a banana yesterday at the weigh-ins. He was all dressed in yellow, had a yellow hat on, a yellow sweatshirt, and was the polar opposite of his very serious opponent. But I've been told that this kid is a serious threat to deal with. Once the cage closes, all the fun and games are over.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, calling his opponent to the red corner. He's coming from Moldova. Please give it up for Petru Busugan.
Nice round of applause goes out here for Petru Buzdugan, also undefeated, 2-0 from here in Chisinau. Both of those fights happened here in Eagles Fighting Championships, 9 and 10. Very tactical fighter, and known for coming to the cage wielding a mace. Yeah, I mean like a club, like a spiked club, the mace. This is his first fight of 2019, and a very good example of a homegrown talent here in Moldova. Petru Buzdugan looked very impressive in his first 2 fights. But so far, I think he's going to have his biggest test here tonight. As I mentioned, he was all very, very serious. How should I say this? There was nothing funny. There was no funny business here from Petru Buzdugan, and he looks to be pumped up here for this fight.
Stepping in the cage, Petru Busugan. And now, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the blue corner, age at 25, weighing 70 kilograms, height 1.72 meters, having a personal record of 3 fights, 3 wins. He's fighting for Aurum Top Team Phuket. From Ukraine, give it up for Dmitry Solopov. Presenting the red corner, age 19, weighing 70 kilograms, height 1.73 meters, having a personal record of 2 fights and never lost. Ladies and gentlemen, he's fighting for Thai Boxing Club from Moldova. Give it up for Petru Busugan. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a lightweight bout under 70 kilogram, 5-minute, 3-round MMA rules. A referee in the ring, Alexander Petkoglu.
And we're underway here. 70.3 kilos is the weight limit. 3 rounds of 5 minutes in the EFC lightweight division. Somebody, as they say, is going to walk out of here with a loss. The O has got to go. Serious power on the low kick there, as Sapolov kind of raising his eyebrows at his opponent. There's that low kick again. Man, that thing has some serious power behind it. Look at how calm he is in there. And then when he finally does strike, he puts absolutely everything he has into it. Petru Buzdugan changing up his stance here from time to time. There's that low kick. Man, he winds up with that thing. And it's like an axe cutting into a tree. Still one more fight after this one on the prelims before we begin the main card here at Eagles FC Elimination. Somebody's undefeated streak is going to be eliminated by the time this thing's said and done. Ooh, he missed that time. Buzdugan had that kick scouted and then tried to counter with a right hand, but couldn't quite clip him. And the kick coming from the other side now. You can see the outside of the lead left leg on the outside of the thigh, right there on your camera, turning all black and blue. Body kick goes in, counter left hook that time from Buzdugan. Buzdugan stretches out with a left. Ooh, there's that hard low kick again. I'll tell you what, man, that is gonna, yeah, he just acknowledged it there where he slapped his own thigh. He knows that those things are gonna pay dividends. Now he's checking that kick. He's lifting up that left leg because you can't just continue to eat those low kicks like that. It's not a good strategy, and it'll slow you down, and it'll catch up with you sooner rather than later. The way those things are going in, you keep wailing away in that same spot. Oh, he just nailed him again, right in the same exact spot, time after time after time. You can see, look at the back of Buzdugan. You can see he's probably been doing this cupping. You can see the big circular welts up and down his spine. Anything to get an advantage. When two guys are as evenly matched as this, then you got to look for other ways to gain an advantage on your opponent. Some people like all kinds of different alternative therapies, and there's an inside low kick that time. You can see that he wants to get him back too. He doesn't want to just sit there and take those shots. He wants to get some payback for those low kicks from Solopov. Wow, that shot had some smoke on it. Coming up on 40 seconds here in round number one, and so far these two in this contest content to stand and strike with each other. And certainly they have shown their striking acumen here as they engage once again. Low kick perhaps bounced off the front of the leg or the knee, and now finally Buzdugan closes the distance for the first time here in this fight. Certainly you can see, look at the left thigh of Solopov. He hasn't gotten out of the low kick exchange unscathed. Closing seconds though. And that's the end of round one. Well, here's what happened in round one. Yeah, that's it. That was the biggest thing in round one with those low kicks. That one looked like it could have been actually low. And low, I mean in the groin. But the low kicks of Solopov, certainly the story. But Buzdugan got his shots in as well. You know, they have their own Instagram page too. Just drop you a little hint there. FIA Girls. Good sportsmanship between these two as we kick off round number two. Clubbing overhand right, and immediately goes for a takedown. Good move there, an unexpected move from Solopov, who changes things up here in round number two. Buzdugan using his arms to keep his opponent at bay. Now sneaks the legs in as well, and Solopov, whoa, fires one off, but a little bit off the target. Buzdugan looking to his left, looking to his right. I don't know if he was just readjusting his position or trying to find his corner, who's actually behind him in the direction his head is pointing. Referee calling for action here as Buzdugan has the arms completely controlled, and there's really nothing that Solopov can do about it. He's trying to use his forehead to push against his opponent and create some openings. And once again, referee Alexandru Petkoglu calling for action between these two. Look at the back. Look at the right side of the back of Solopov. I think that's from the action up against the cage and the takedown that happened at the end of round number 1. Certainly some very strong reddening in that area and in the shoulder area as well. Right hand's now going into the kidney. Look at just pounding away time after time. Even if you're not hitting him with everything you've got, you hit him enough times in the same spot, and it'll do damage. Boy, that right shoulder is so red. They didn't spend that much time up against the cage. I wonder why it is so red like that. Solopov got him in a body lock now as he's trying to improve his position here. Now he gets over the leg, or does he? Nope. Caught back in the spider's web once again. And referee going to go ahead and stand them up. Solopov wasn't making a whole lot of progress there, but there was action. And this is what Buzdugan wanted, I think. I don't think he was in a hurry to look for any kind of submissions or to be very aggressive off of his back. He does close the distance, though, here. Left hand goes right into the middle of the lower abdominals. Trying to reach down for a leg. Could not, though. Knees being traded on the inside. And as they break, shots to the face. Missed him that time. Ooh, looks to me like Solopov is starting to feel the pace of this fight here. He's slowing down a little bit. And I think whereas Buzdugan was conserving his energy on the ground when they were grappling in the beginning of this round, he really forced Solopov to expend a lot of energy, and now Buzdugan's teeing off on him. Buzdugan shoots in now. Got him up high. He was holding on to the cage, though, and he wasn't able to complete that completely the way that he wanted to, but he got him on the ground nonetheless. Coming up on 30 seconds left now in round number 2. Left arm wrapped around the head. Buzdugan gets around the legs and nearly got in the full mount there. Trying to free up that right leg. He doesn't have enough time, though, to really polish this off. Well, enough time to get a couple elbows in, though. There's the horn. Have a look at round 2 action there. Well, the majority of that round looked exactly like this. It looked like Solopov on top of his opponent, trying to improve his position, working hard to get past the legs and the guard of Buzdugan, but just not a whole lot doing. And then once they finally got stood back up again, it looked like Buzdugan was in a lot better shape cardiovascularly than Solopov was. So what kind of effect is that going to have on the action in round number 3? We'll find out in just a moment. Here we go, round 3 action here. Ooh, he caught him with a left. Caught him sleeping with a left. Buzdugan does come from the Thai boxing club, and the name of that gym should tell you right there that this kid does have a striking pedigree. Presses the action now up against the cage. Trying to block with that left leg. He's got it scissored between his legs. Right hand's going in now, trying to change the mind of the Moldovan. Trying to secure the takedown though. Good job of keeping his balance there by the Ukrainian. Tries to take the back. Oh! Tries to slam him, but it didn't work out the way he wanted to. Oh my, he has got the guillotine in here. He's got it in real close. That thing is deep underneath the chin. He's trying to rip his head off. It's going in there. Oh, but he's fighting it off, and I don't know how much longer he can. He is stretching out that neck. He's gonna have to try to just power his way out of it, and he does. Look, his whole body is turning red now. That was a very, very close call for Dmitry Solopov. He was just about, I think, about a few seconds away from getting his head ripped off. Referee reminding the guys to keep going, keeping the action going, and then to get stood up again. Boy, look at Dmitry Solopov. This kid looked like he's just walked through a minefield. Look at how red his back is. Looking for a takedown. I don't know if he'll get it or not. That was almost like a fireman's carry kind of a takeover. Slipped out. Walking the cage now. Got the right arm hooked under the back of the neck of Buzdugan, who's looking directly right over at his coach, making eye contact with him even. Slowly kind of winding up for that right hand though. Couldn't quite pull the trigger though. Still lots of time to go here in round number 3. Oh, he just ate a couple of big right hands that time from the Moldovan. And another one. Elbows going in. Big left hand. No, right hand's going in from Buzdugan, who's got the left arm trapped now. His head is exposed. Oh, he's just rubbing the elbow right in his face now, grinding it. Elbows. Finding the home. And luckily for Solopov, was able to free up his left arm. Another elbow goes in there. That time the elbow found the way into the midsection. Oh, hard shot by the elbow. He turns his back now. Doesn't need to take any more of those unprotected shots. Oh my! Thunderous shots going in here. Oh! What is he doing? tried a flying heel hook or something like that. Couldn't quite pull it off, though. He turned his back on his opponent. Buzdugan trying to finish him off. And he did. Buzdugan gets the stoppage. Deep into round number 3. And here comes the mace. Here's how the fight ended in round number 3. There was only about 30 seconds left, I think, in round number 3, but the referee had seen enough. Too many unprotected shots to the face, and it did look like right there towards the end of round 3 that Solopov just did not have anything left.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner is by a technical knockout with a ground and pound. Give it up for Petru Buzdugan.
A very hard-fought victory for Petru Buzdugan, who remains undefeated in his career, now moving to 3-0.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the next fight of the evening will be a bantamweight bout under 61 kilogram. Introducing first, is coming from Azerbaijan. Please welcome to Farid Ali Babazad.
Here we go with the main event of the prelims. Farid Ali Babadze of Azerbaijan, undefeated at 4-0. His debut fight here in EFC under the tutelage of his coach Ruslan Efendiev, has won his last 4 fights in a row. A fantastic way to be able to start your career, and it's got to be not only an incredible motivation for him, but to remain undefeated. But it's got to have an air of confidence hanging around this kid. Look at those twisted and gnarled cauliflower ears. Certainly this kid, no stranger to the grappling mats. Really looking to test himself here in this fight. He's fought in Azerbaijan, in Kazakhstan, in Russia, and now here in Moldova. Can he remain undefeated? 177 centimeters tall. There's going to be 5 centimeters height advantage here for him. And it looks like the officials here are not going to allow that ankle wrap. He has some tape on there as well. I wonder if they'll allow that. Looks like they will. Is he good to go? He's good. There's the middleweight world championship. That'll be contested in the main event at the end of the night.
Ladies and gentlemen, now I'd like to call this opponent to the red corner. Please welcome from Moldova, to Oleg Bruma.
Oleg Bruma, also undefeated at 3-0 from here in Chisinau. All 3 of his fights having taken place here in Eagles Fighting Championship. He fought at EFC 10 and 11, and then also at the elimination event back in June of this year. Is representative of the Lion Club and trains under Mihai Sirbu. All 3 of his fights ended early in round number 1. 2 of them by TKO, 1 by submission. He likes to end things very, very quickly, and sometimes unpredictable things happen very quickly once he steps into the cage and the bell rings.
Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the blue corner. Age of 25, weighing 61 kilogram, height 1.77 meters, having a personal record of 4 fights, 4 wins and never lost. Ladies and gentlemen, fighting for Baku Fight Team. Give it up from Azerbaijan to Farid Ali Babazad. Presenting the red corner. Age 23, weighing 61 kilogram, height 1.72 meters, having a personal record of 3 fights, 3 wins and never lost. He's fighting from Lion Team. Give it up from Moldova to Oleg Bruma. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a bantamweight bout under 61 kilogram, 5-minute 3-round MMA rule. Referee in the ring, Denis Pokatilov.
You're professionals, you know rules. Protect yourself and listen to my comments. If you want, take your hands. Back to your corner. Are you ready? Are you ready? Fight!
Round 1.
Touch of gloves, and we are underway here in round number 1, but don't go making a sandwich right now, folks. I'm telling you, when Bruma steps into the cage, whoa, that was almost an illegal shot there. I wasn't sure if Ali Babadzadze had his, it may end quickly again. depending on where he's got that arm. I can't see from this position, but no, it does not look like he has that choke secured. I thought this thing was going to be over lightning quick again. Trying to wrap his opponent up here. He's got his head in a very uncomfortable position here. And he's got his arms locked together. Now he loosens up. Ali Babazadeh of Azerbaijan. Even though this kid does have 4 fights under his belt and he's undefeated, still not a whole lot known. A lot of guys, whoa, look at that, he rolled right through. Nice move there. Oh, he ate a knee though. Right in the face. Good elbow strikes being utilized by Bruma. Boy, this kid has all kinds of tricks up his sleeve. Submissions, elbows, knees, you name it. Using all of his weapons very effectively. Boy, these two so quickly changing positions here. And again, he's looking to force that elbow right in the face when he gets a chance. Well, he's really got a good grip on him here. Nice takedown. This place explodes into support of Oleg Bruma. He's got the back here now, and he's got the right arm all tied up. Ooh, his face was exposed. Oh my! Brutal knees going in here from Bruma. And now Ali Babazadeh got a takedown of his own. Ali Babazadeh now on top, unleashing some right hands, trying to get a little payback here. He could have his leg in trouble. No, he rolls through. Boy, this action is all over the place. Another good knee went in there. That's the second time now we've seen him in this particular hold when in the top position. Ali Babazadeh trying to inch forward here. But he is the taller fighter. He's having trouble getting close to his opponent, though. As you can see, Bruma has that left knee up there, which is really preventing the Azerbaijani from getting closer. That was not the 10-second hammer. That was somebody banging on the apron of the cage here. You can see there's still 1:30 left on the clock. Oh, right hand came down like thunder. Look at the way he's holding on to the back of the head right there. He almost had his knee under the chin and then pulling down on the back of his head. That's a very unorthodox way of cutting off somebody's air, but hey, whatever works. There's that right hand again. He brings that thing in at very unexpected times. Able to surprise his opponent. He gets past the legs now, or does he? Bruma looks like he's trying to work his way up, but Ali Babazadeh pulls him back down. Ooh, good right hand again going in. Both men back up, or, well, back down again. Look at how quick he got behind his man. He's got his arm in the mouth of Ali Babazadeh and a right hand off the break. Boy, what a fight this is turning out to be. End of round one. Well, the action was absolutely everywhere in this fight. We saw a little bit of everything. We saw great knees, elbows, takedowns, great defensive work, scrambling, submission attempts, throws. Absolutely everything in that first round. At times it looked like Ali Babazadeh was doing the more damage with those big right hands like there. And at other times it looks like Bruma was getting the best of his opponent. Let's see what round 2 brings us. Good job there by the ref to notice the slick ring and get that mopped up. Round number 2. Oh, starting off right where we left off, round number 1, with action all over the place here. Ali Babazadeh working on the leg here. It's been very difficult for him to get into an advantageous position on top, but now he's done it. He's in side control here. Now let's see what he can do. Got his forearm against the throw here. Oh, look at how quick he just got in the full mount. You can see that the Moldovan not happy about this at all. Misses with the left wildly. Oh, he came up with a choke. It's not under the chin, it's right on the chin, the last I saw. And he rolls through it now. He's got a nasty crossface on is what he's got right now. He squeezes hard enough. Might be out, no. Now he's broken the hold, he dodged that bullet. Oh, what an elbow! Knees going in. They try to work back up to a vertical base. Bruma has got a hold of both of those legs and drags his man back down. Couple of right hands, chopping blows going in. Bruma knows that he's got the back here, and Ali Babazadeh, oh, look at that, nice move. And now, once again, Ali Babazadeh trying to inch forward here, trying to get past the legs of Oleg Bruma. Ooh, he ate a shot there with his forearm, excuse me, his forehead, right in the sternum. Now they get some separation. He misses wildly with a shot and went face first into the cage. Big right hand now. Bruma firing shots away. Looks like some blood drizzling out of his shoulder area. Could have been a cut from a fingernail or a toenail or the cage, or you never know. Buries the knee now into the kidney area. Oh no, it's blood perhaps from his opponent, from under the eye, I believe. Looks like Ali Babazadeh is cut under his left eye. He's got a hold of that left leg. Let's see if he can finish this takedown. Does. He got him off, but again, Bruma with a death grip. Holding the legs down. Great wrestling skills here. A lot of these guys have that combat sambo background. Very popular discipline to train here in these former Soviet countries. Corner of, well, both men telling them to keep working. Work, work, work. Get to work. Minute 20 left here in round 2. Whoa, my! Uh-oh! Let's see if he can finish this thing. He's moving forward. Oh, boy. Look at the left arm is trapped here. And I think his mouth guard came out. Did it come out? Oh boy, he's got him all tied up like a pretzel. Look at this. He's just in such an awkward position though, he can't finish the hold. Oh, and he survives again. Or does he? He's still got that arm tied up. Oh, wow! You can see the tendons bending and stretching, and God only knows how he got out of that. What an escape. Left hands now. I don't even know how he has any strength left to throw those lefts, but somehow he does. Trying to get past the legs, that's easier said than done. His ankle's exposed. Oh, he popped his ankle out now, and he eats a couple of right hands in the end of another wild round. Holy cow. The EFC heavyweight champion Alexander Romanov giving his man a little pep talk in the corner here as we go back and take a look at this action. So many submission attempts coming so close on many different occasions from both men. One of the most exciting fights I think we may have ever seen here in EFC. There's just no second to take a breath, no second to take a rest. And any time that the action changes, there's immediately something else dangerous happening right around the corner. Here we go, third and final round. What else could we possibly see? Well, how about a straight left? Uses those punches upstairs to try to confuse his opponent and then goes in for the takedown. He's really got a good hold on those legs now as he's trying to move over in the side control but gets caught again. Bruma is very good at using his legs defensively in this position to keep his opponent away and keep him at bay. Keep him from moving forward, going past those legs into the side control, into full mount. Ali Babadzadeh has gotten past the legs a couple of times, but moves up into a seated position now. See the Azerbaijani, yeah, he pulls him right back down with that waist lock. Moves over in the side control now. Has not locked down the position just yet. Well, Bruma continues to squirm on his back. Oh, hard elbows going in. He only raised that thing up a couple of millimeters, but when you bring it down, it's incredible how much power you're able to generate like that. Now he's got the left arm wrapped around, but he gets caught. Bruma up on his hip now, trying to push his opponent down, get him away from him. Chopping shot with the hand now. Oh, hard shot that time. Got just under the pectoral it landed that time. And another right. Oh, he's screaming at his opponent now. Back up they go, and he's cut. Ali Babadzadeh is cut under the eye. He was cut earlier in the fight under the eye. It never really started bleeding, though. But now it is. Well, the atmosphere in the arena right now is absolutely electric. This place completely full here. And the fans, like I said, are right on top of the action. There's not a bad seat in the house. and they're so close to the cage, so close to the action. You can hear each and every individual in this arena loud and clear. Boy, he is really bleeding profusely now. Split wide open under that right eye. Can see now too, he's feeling the pace of this fight. These two have been going at it tooth and nail, non-stop for the entire duration of this bout thus far. Gets in a very good position here. This is what he's been working for. See what he can do with this position. But again, Bruma is like a wet piece of spaghetti. It's just hard to pin him down. And especially now here deep in round number 3, where they're both sweating profusely. There's blood all over the bodies of these two. It gets even harder to hold somebody down. They're so slippery at this point. See the left knee constantly having to be contended with. Now the right knee blocking him from getting any closer. Ooh, almost caught him with an up kick. In fact, I think he did, because there's blood on his foot. Kicking away at the knee now. That's very dangerous. You can blow out a knee like that. Oh, he nailed him with the right hand. Here it comes again. Wait for it. No. Gets back in the side control here with 30 seconds left. Trying to get behind him. Short little left. Closing seconds now. And this one will go to the judges in an absolutely unbelievable contest here at bantamweight. What a hard-fought bout here between these two. You have to tip your hat to both these guys. This one was back and forth all the way. I have no idea how to score this thing. Both guys had so many razor-thin attempts at submissions. Both these guys in a huge range of submissions. We almost saw rear naked chokes, guillotines, you name it. Great show of respect here from the crowd for both these guys. Eagles FC elimination in Kishino. This one's got to be fight of the night so far. Let's get the official word from Mike Diamonds. I believe they're still working on the... Well, you should have it now. Let's get it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the referee has reached for an extra round.
Oh, are you kidding me? An extra round? Well, I said it would be close. Evidently, it was scored a draw, and we'll have an extra round. The Azerbaijani team is protesting here, but the judges are telling them to get out of the ring because this one will continue. Well, he's back in the cage now. What's going on here? Is this are we gonna have ourselves an extra round or not? the cage door is shut, and they're having a discussion here, I don't think the extra round is going to happen. No, the Azerbaijani fighter is shaking his head no. Is he gonna fight or not? He's asking him, look, are you ready to fight? And Ali Babazadeh pointed to his corner, and he's having some kind of conversation with the ref. These two should be able to communicate. They should all speak Russian in there. There's a whole hullabaloo on the outside of the ring right now. We've got both teams screaming at each other on the outside of the cage. And we've got FIA President Doran Damir in the middle of it, trying to break these teams up. Well, there's some words being exchanged now. I think they're throwing the Azerbaijani team out of the building now. They are furious here about this decision to have an extra round. And he's being given the yellow card now. He's lost a point because of his coaches and their behavior on the outside of the ring. It looks like order has finally been restored here. But they may have to watch from the dressing room. Here we go. The extra round is underway now, and he eats a left hand to open things up. Shoots in for a takedown here. Boy, this thing is so close. It's so razor close here between these two that an extra round is certainly understandable. But now he's starting off the extra round being docked a point because of his corner and because of his coaches. So if he's going to win this extra round, he's going to have to finish the fight. There's no other way around it. If this thing goes the full 5 minutes here, I would think that for sure the fight's going to go to Bruma. Ooh, nice up kick there. He's trying to get past those feet. He misses with a wild right hand. Well, imagine how tired these two are now as well. They got an extra long break there between the extra rounds, but still, with how incredible, this is not good, or is it? I'm telling you, every time you think somebody's got a submission attempt, the other one somehow finds a way out of it. And we continue playing this game now as Ali Babazadeh trying to get past the legs of Bruma, but just can't. That right hand is a glancing blow. Boy, there's so much intensity in the air right now in the National Circus of Moldova arena. Bruma has spent the majority of the fight on his back here as Ali Babazadeh tries to get past the legs to do some damage. Right hand goes in that time, and another right. Well, you have to have a winner here. I've never seen an EFC fight go 2 extra rounds before. Kicks away at the knees. You can see that he's got his bracelet on to get in and out of the building. That green bracelet around is somehow snuck out underneath of his glove and is hanging there. Referee's gonna have to get that thing out of the way. Or should they just let these guys fight? There's 2 minutes left here in this extra round. He's got the legs around the neck here. See if you can submit him with this. The head scissors. Trying to tighten it up now. Not a whole lot of movement here from Ali Babazadeh. The lights might be going out. No, he dodges that bullet. Wow! In a minute 30 left. And as I said, already having received the yellow card before the round even started, he's going to have to find a way to finish the fight, I think, or they're just going to give this thing to Bruma. Now you can see that wristband, the VIP wristband to get in and out of the building has fallen off, and it's on the cage canvas now. Watch the legs here. He's got the right leg draped across the back of the neck, and now he gets past that. Right hand goes in. Trying to get over to the side, and again, Bruma does not allow it. 30 seconds and some change left on the clock here in this extra round. Knees being thrown. Trying to do some final damage here. Can he get past the legs? He does. And for the final seconds here, he's gonna have a great position. Looking for elbows. Bruma firing away. There's the horn. Ali Babazadeh. A final burst of energy here at the end of this round, but keep in mind he did get the yellow card. He felt, I think, when that horn sounded out, that he was the winner of that round. But how is the yellow card going to affect the decision of the judges? If in fact Ali Babazadeh is correct and that he did win that round, I think it's got to be a draw. It's got to be 9-9 that round, right? And so, oh no, I don't know, folks. I have no idea what to expect here. I didn't expect the extra round. I knew it would be close. But now that yellow card, and we've got another situation here on the outside of the cage with the coaches. They're going at it again on the outside of the cage.
The winner of the next round is from Azerbaijan, Farid.
Oh my God, he did it! He did it! I don't know how, but he did it! Farid Ali Babazadeh against all odds, even with the yellow card, remains victorious.
What a wonderful fight. He finally won.
That's got to be the most incredible fight we have ever seen in EFC, and this crowd is stunned in silence.
What a wonderful fight. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we are at Eagles Elimination Tournament. And ladies and gentlemen, before we start the main card, I would like to announce a 10-minute break. 6 minutes de pausa. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it. We're going to have a 10-minute break, and then we will be right back with the start of the main card. Don't go anywhere.